Welcome YouTubers to my special edition of my PlayStation 1 collection. I will be showing my entire collection per genre, and I will start with the shooter games, you know, space shooters, first-person shooters, anything that shoots bullets. That I decided without no further delay, and I will start showing my games. And here we have Dark Light Conflict. This is a space shooter. Medal of Honor. In the Hunt. And unfortunately it's a loose CD. It's in okay condition, but it's an awesome arcade game. Yes, I have played a lot. Medal of Honor, yes, I played it too, but the first one, no, never played it. Here's another game that I never played, and this is Gundam Battle Assault 2. I just booted up this game the other day and looked pretty interesting. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's about giant robots, stuff like that from Japan. Alright, moving on. Planning to see. This is Rising Sane, the Samurai Gunman. I'm not sure about this game. Maybe it's like a light gun shooter. Haven't played it yet. Sorry for that. Oh yeah, air combat, pretty good. It's decent. I remember when this game was coming out, I was really excited about it, and nowadays I'm not so excited, obviously, but good memories anyways. Blast Radius, another space shooter with aliens, of course. It doesn't look that great, but whatever, still a shooter. Here we come, Duke Nukem, Time to Kill. Yeah, I played a little bit of this, and yes, I like what I saw. So I will recommend this game if you are bored. As always, Duke Nukem rocks, so it's recommended. Oh yeah, Star Wars Rebel Assault 2. Very cool looking game with some full motion cinemas that are somewhat interactive. Not that, I mean the backgrounds are like 3D render, and in one of the stages you use the Millennium Falcon, and it's a pretty neat game. Not so hard to find, but you won't see it that often. Recommended. Star Trek Invasion. Another. This is pretty good, but I haven't played that much. Sorry. Let's continue with Die Hard Trilogy. I haven't played it yet. Just remember, most of the games that sometimes I like to buy on bundles or mini collections from here and there, so you don't have time, at least myself, I don't have time to play them all in just one weekend or anything. I have to wait for holidays, long weekends, and then I will have some time to play. But you have some other collections too, you dedicate more time to those, and the typical excuses. Alright, Maximum Force, pull the trigger. This is like Area 51, but with mercenaries and stuff like that. Not bad. Army Man 3D, Real Combat, Plastic Man. This is something that I'm really interested to play, but I always forget. But yeah, I remember the green and the 10 soldiers when I was little. I was a kid and I was playing with those, so this is probably good, worth it to play this weekend or any other weekend. Next, Colony Wars. I guess the Star Trek game is more or less like this one. I mean, in terms of the graphical engine, looks very similar in some ways. And I'm looking now for the second part that I guess is called Colony Wars Red Sun. And I'm not sure if there's a third episode of this series, but I will have to look those. I will have to look for that online. All right, moving on. Future Cop LAPD. This is a giant, kind of a giant robot, or just regular sized robot, kind of RoboCop. Says some of the best explosions ever seen. Oh, well, we will see when I play it. Looks interesting, my kind of game. Okay, moving on to Gunfighter 2, The Legend of Jesse James. And it seems that this game is another light gun. It doesn't say. Yeah, it's for use with the gun. That's the light gun, and it's made by Rebellion. I didn't know that. So I should have to give it a shot. Looks interesting. Next, Tiny Tank. Very cool game. It's awesome. The graphics are nice, and this Tiny Tank, he's hilarious. He's always funny, and it's a must-have for any collector out there or gamer that just want to play a decent game. I recommend this one, Tiny Tank. You will enjoy it if you have a good sense of humor and if you like to shoot stuff like me. Okay, here we go with the arcades. Arcade greatest hits, Paperboy, Gauntlet, Road Blasters, all 80s arcade treasures. Yeah, I played them all back in the day. Nice, excellent time. Great times to be a gamer. Alright, moving on to... Oh, you're not gonna believe this one. Eight-hander from Squaresoft. Dude, people, I got this game for very cheap, and it's basically close to mint condition. Apparently the owner never played, and there's no scratches or anything, just a little bit of dust. So I'm very happy for this game to have it. It's one of my achievements, if you want to put it like that. Alright, moving on. Soviet Strike. Cool little game. Not so good, not so bad, but decent enough to play it on a Saturday afternoon. And here's another good one. Ray Crisis 3D, one of those 3D shoot 'em ups that never ends, and the bullets are always there trying to kill you. is in very decent condition, as good as 800. Alright, moving on. Oops. Nuclear Strike. I should put that one after the other one, but whatever. So another good game. They're not as spectacular, but they entertain you, so that's the purpose of a game. Keep you entertained. So moving on. Strikers 1945. Very good arcade conversion or emulation on the PlayStation 1. Graphics are good, sounds are excellent, and a must-have if you like shooters like me. Alright, continuing. I have Shadow Masters. This is like vehicular shooter. Yeah, I played a little. It was alright. The graphics are pretty good for a PlayStation game. I guess this was remember Cyanosis? People that I guess they were from Great Britain that Sony bought as second party to develop games for the PlayStation, and they did alright. Now I'm moving on to the big box games. I don't have too many in this category. Overall, I don't have too many, but on this category, I have probably the most. So moving on, I have Warhawk. Great game. I originally have this game back in the day, and I'm happy again to have it in my collection. Pretty decent, and back in the day this was, 3D games were all the rage. That's what basically pushed Sega outside of the console race, because the Sega Saturn was not very good at doing 3D, and it was just okay but not great. Oh well, that's a side story. Here we have Raiden Project, the Raiden Project. Super game that I have this for cheap as well. I'm a cheapo, so I try to pay as less as possible. I try not to get too excited when I see games that are on my list for buying. And this is hard to open with one hand, but the game is excellent. It's basically like the arcade, and it has a mode that you could play it with the arcade resolution, but you will have to turn sideways your monitor or your TV, and that's not recommended if you have a full CRT, a heavy one. And that was a great addition to this game. I have some side notes about it. I have an article about this game that I will probably add to this video. I will show it later, but so far this is what I have, showing you the game only. Haha, loaded. Pretty cool game. It's kind of like top view shooter. You have to shoot everything on sight, and you have these weird characters: Quonk, Butch, Box, Mama. That's weird. Of course, they're all crazy people. Banka and Captain Hands, or Cap Hands. Pretty cool character with big hands and double firearm power. I like this game. I'm looking for Reloaded. That is the continuation. Next game is Decent. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And this is one of the games that I used to remember that I had on my original collection when back in the day when I had my PlayStation 1, and I was blown away by the graphics, and the gameplay was so close to the computer version that's why I fell in love with the PlayStation 1, because back in the day computers were really expensive. Pentium 133 megahertz, it could cost you like $2,000, something like that. And for a mere $300 plus $50 for $350, you were able to play a game almost with the quality of the computer version. It was outstanding. Thank you, Sony. Alright, moving on. Last two games. Doom Custom PlayStation Edition. Yes, and they were right. They just add some, I'm not sure, but they probably add levels from the Hell on Earth version that is actually the second, that is Doom 2. I'm not sure if someone would like to comment and correct me, but like I was saying with Descent, it was basically the same experience. Great graphics for a console, and the experience was almost the same as in the computer version. So it was really neat. It was a great time to be a PlayStation gamer. You didn't have to envy your PC gamer friends because you have a PlayStation and you were able to play those games at home and with almost the same quality. Obviously the PC was always superior, but you know, the problems with configuration and stuff like that was making things difficult back in the day. Okay, last game is PSONe, space shooter from Sony itself. It looks pretty good, and I play a little and I like it. The size, it has a side scroller levels and vertical scrolling levels too, and sounds and everything. Graphics are great. Very highly recommended. And that's basically what I have, guys. I will be probably showing up other stuff. That's my PlayStation box, the LCD screen on the box, my PS1. I have some memory cards and I don't know where I put them. But they're somewhere here. Never mind. Maybe for later. This is all. Have everyone a great night, and greetings to TV4667 that he was curious about my collection. I'm dedicating this first part to you, my friend. Thank you, Tom, for your cool videos. I always watch them. So everyone have fun and see you until my next part, that it will be I will show platformers on my second part of PlayStation 1 games. Thank you for watching. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.